Hmm. Well, today is Sunday. I think it's I don't know. It's August 7th or something, 17th, whatever weekend that is. Maybe it's the 16th, maybe. I had an appointment at the VA on Friday to see my primary care doctor. It really didn't go any different than what I had anticipated. Um, Told her I was suffering from this pain in my neck and my back. It's radiating down my feet. My hands going numb. I can't sleep. Get no rest. I did sleep last night for probably 6 hours, but I mean, I see I'm just not rested. It's like I just toss and turn all night. I don't really rest. And I wake up, when I'm waking up because I'm hurting, you know, to step up on my feet. My feet are burning. They're painful to walk on. Uh, I asked my doctor about my MRIs on my back. She said, I sent you a letter. There's 3 letters they said that they've sent, and I haven't gotten. They said they were sending me the reports from the MRIs, and that she said she sent me a letter discussing the MRIs, but the only thing I heard from the VA was go to the orthopedic doctor over there at Tomball, and it has nothing to do with my back. They give me injections in my shoulders, and I can't hardly sit here in this chair, let alone lift anything. Uh, Nevertheless, that was that. Uh, I tore one of my shoulders falling in the hospital up there at the VA. Trying to pull the sheets off of the bed up there. They told me to pull the sheets off the bed, put them in the corner of the room, and I pulled the sheets off the bed, and I fell right over. Oh, and it was just, oh well, you tore your rotator cuff. Oh well, just deal with it. That seems to be their answer to everything. You just deal with it. We're not gonna do nothing to help you. Uh, uh, so I told her, that the only thing that was the least bit effective at helping me deal with this pain was the gabapentin that they were giving me, but that the 300 milligrams 3 times a day wasn't enough. They could, up that 600 milligrams a day, which, I told her that I was struggling to live. I was suffering to death. The only thing that was helping me was the gabapentin, just making it manageable. And I was about to run out of that. I'm out now. I'm out. So I don't even have that. Uh, my feet start burning real bad. Just neuropathy. Uh, it's got something to do with that steel implant they put in my back. And I don't think that steel implant in my back is right. It's but who knows? Toes hurt. It was almost like she didn't even know. She didn't even read the MRI reports. I mean, it's like she's talking about my lumbar back, and went over all that, and I'm like, well, what about the other MRI? Well, I sent you a letter. I'm like, well, what about it? What does it say? Well, I sent you a letter talking about that. I'm like, this talks about my lumbar back, my lumbar spine. I said, what about my thoracic spine? Well, I mean, I had a letter, a copy of the report myself that I had gotten when I went in for my shoulder exam. I had tried to get it off of my eVet. It wasn't available. Just this one report. It didn't say anything about what this other report said. And I asked her, I said, well, what does all of this mean? A disc fragment at T10, what does that mean? Oh, that's just a bulging disc. It's just going to hurt you every once in a while. I got arthritis in my neck. These are things I know of. A ruptured bulging disc, whatever, some disc fragment at T10. I don't know how to read reports all that well, but enough to know that what she's saying wasn't what that other one was saying. And some steel that they put in my lower back. In addition to this osteophytes and calcium that are deposits that are growing all up my spine. I'm not even 50 years old yet, and there's something wrong for me to be that young and have this happen to my back. In the totality of that, the arthritis, calcium things, problems with my neck, problems with my back, all together, my feet are burning. I mean, there's physical evidence of the nerve problems in my feet because they turn red as a beet. These little white speckles all in them. I mean, that's... And she just says, well, whatever, And so I know I directly asked her, what is the diagnosis? What is my diagnosis? She can't answer that. She can tell me that I'm not suffering from any pain, but she can't tell me what my diagnosis is. Just send me on my way. Job well done. I care. VA's a mess down there, and then they talk about how good of a job they're doing, what they put on their website, how efficient that they are. I'm just reading that, just looking at the raw numbers, I have questions, How can they have reporting the number of veterans? I got 130,000, but 900,000 appointments. How are y'all seeing so many people so many times a year? Because they're all being treated the same way. It's like they want all these people down there to make it look like they're doing something. I don't know, but it's not right. Whatever's going on down there is a farce. What that VA hospital represents to me is just an employment agency hiring, 44,000 people and having a $900 million budget, annual budget to spend on them. But it ain't the care for the veterans. I haven't yet talked to a veteran that says they're happy with the VA. And every dependent that I've talked to says that they're not happy with the VA. Every agency that I talk to, whether it's state or federal, National Suicide Crisis Hotline, says they're aware of problems at the VA. I called my senator's office. He says they're aware of problems at the VA. It's just the way the system is, just how it is. We're not going to do anything about it. I've been trying to, get some response from Ted Cruz's office for well over a year now, and I'm back to square one. Well, can you send us that other letter again? They just want to send that. I send them a letter and they just send it on to the hospital down there. I mean, that's not what I'm asking y'all for. I don't need y'all to ask that administrator down there, what are you doing wrong? I'm telling y'all that y'all need to go down there and look for yourself and do something about it. If Congress would do something about it, would hold these people accountable, then they wouldn't be able to do this. But I think really therein lies the problem, is that there's no accountability. There's no accountability there. And they know it. And the more Congress says that they're going to do something and then don't do it, the more they know they can get away with down there. They made me go down there for a blood test the week before my other appointment, and now she says she wants me to come down there and do all these other appointments. I said, ma'am, I can hardly get down here to the hospital for this appointment. She says, so you saying that you're just not going to come to these appointments if I make them? I'll do what I can, if I have to crawl down there, if I have to go drive my car down there and crawl into the place. And I went down there for the lab test on my walker. I asked for an escort, and a wheelchair is not available. Wheelchair was available, but no escort. Again, the money that they'll spend on material, they'll refurbish the furniture, they'll put TVs all over the thing 2 or 3 times, or every 2 or 3 years they put brand new TVs in there, put brand new furniture in there. It seems like every time I go down there, it's brand new furniture, brand new TVs. They give the old TVs away, and I mean, the things that I'm saying, are the things that I'm able to recall as just a fraction of what all is going on down there. The lack of diversity. They talk about the guy got an award for diversity. I don't see no diversity down there. As a whole, the hospital may diversify, but the groups aren't diversified. And if you go down there, you just find yourself as a minority, but maybe they feel that that's justified. Maybe that's their compensation, is do unto others, what's happening down there at the VA hospital is a shame. It's a shame on America. There should be a public outrage. I mean, there should be a public outrage. NASCAR wants to hold races, in the name of veterans. All these for-profit people making money off of this national veteran hero sentiment, while the veterans are dying at the hands of these administrators at the VA hospital. Don't take my word for it, but I'm giving you my word. I'm telling you that that's what's happening down there. It's a nightmare down there, and they don't care. They wear pins that say I care, That's the most insulting thing I've ever seen in my life, is them to wear a lapel pin that says I care. They're hardly even qualified to be doctors. I don't know how they're allowed to practice medicine, some of them. What I think it really boils down to is compassion. They're not there because they're compassionate people. They didn't go into medicine to help people. They went into medicine to get rich. And when you're just in the business to get rich, then you don't have no compassion for people. You're not going to do what you think you need to do to help people. You're not going to do anything outside your bubble of security down there. You know, you just sit in the office down there and see me and tell me to go see somebody else. You know, when it actually gets down to putting the rubber on the road, you know, they tell me they're going to send me to the state for help. That's what the homeless veterans case manager down there said. You know, well, we're going to call Adult Protective Services for you and have them come in there and help you with some handicap devices so we can spend their money. We can spend their dollars, is exactly what she said. We'll spend their dollars. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago. I hadn't heard from the state, so I don't even know if they made that consult. You know, and then she was going to meet me down there at my doctor's appointment. Not there. I got a call 2 or 3 days before my doctor's appointment saying, oh, well, I'm a deputy so-and-so and I'm in charge of this now, and so-and-so is going to put you on a different team of people down here and be better serve you. You know, they handle a smaller load and get you the help you need. They got a nurse on the team, nurse such and such. She'll call you here in the next couple of days. Give her a couple of days. It's been like 3 days. Monday will be, I think, the 4th day. Well, they just pass you around until you just get frustrated and quit or go away. You know? And that's what I told them, you know, the patient advocate down there in the NASA clinic. You know, I said I need a new doctor. Preferably one of them that's got an education that they got in the United States. And, you know, this doctor can't even give me a diagnosis. Other doctors, you know, aren't reporting what they know to be wrong. They're not reporting when something's wrong has happened. They don't report it. They just cover it up, just a massive cover up down there. Business as usual. You know, I can barely stand to be in my own skin. My legs are burning, my feet are burning right now. I'm just sitting here. You know, and I just got to sit here day in and day out, begging them for help. You know, I'm at the end of my rope, and I'm not expecting this to do anything. There's so many of these videos out there that, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame. Shame on you. People are crying out for help. People are raising awareness, and American people just don't seem to care. Everything I says, who cares? Who cares? You know. So, you know, my deal is I'm reaching out to other veterans. Let them know, I mean, you're not the only one, and what you're experiencing is a lot of people are going through. It's not just you. To speak out and contact me. You know, we can compile. We need to get everybody into a group. We can't have just fragmented people here and there. Nothing's going to happen. You need to have a solidified single voice, you know, to raise awareness and spur these people to action, to shine a light on the things that are going on down there that are you know, need to be stopped. And, you know, that's what I'm an advocate for, is to shut the VA down, scuttle the whole damn thing. They can't do anything right down there. It's all a huge waste of taxpayers' money. I have an appointment next week to go see the county hospital because I can't get the care that I need at the VA. So why pay for the VA? If I got to go to the county hospital, I should have just gone to the county hospital 6 years ago. And I wouldn't have deteriorated into the state that I'm in today, waiting for somebody at the VA to help. And when they do help, it's the wrong thing to do. The easiest, cheapest fix that they can come up with is what they want to do. And then if that doesn't work, you got to start from square one. And then you're basically just going to get to the end of that trip and find out that they're going to put you back to square one again. And there's the problem, is that you can't ever get anything solved down there. Nothing ever gets addressed, nothing ever gets treated, nothing ever gets taken care of. It's just an ongoing Band-Aid on the things that are, like I said, I've been seeing that doctor for like 3 years, and she can't even give me a diagnosis. Not one. She doesn't know anything about the Veterans Choice Program. Nothing. The last time I saw her, I asked to be referred to see somebody, to get a second opinion. But I mean, I'm it's less than a month now before I can see this doctor down at Harris County. And so I'm holding on to that. I'm trying to all my attempts to reach out for help otherwise have just been fruitless. The National Suicide Crisis Hotline, was what the VA doesn't have a suicide crisis hotline. The VA publishes the National Suicide Crisis Hotline, which is how I got involved with this mess to begin with. The very beginning of that was that, they had a radio ad on the news radio station here in Houston, and said, if you're a veteran and you're having trouble, if you're a veteran, you're having trouble, call this number. Oh yeah, come on down here to the VA, we'll take care of you. Come on down here, let's talk. I found myself locked up in the hospital down there. I said, hey man, y'all gotta let me out of here. You're locking me up in here for? Came down here to talk to this lady and y'all got me locked up here in the hospital. It took me all day to get out of there. For some reason, well, they don't have no problem locking you up down there, because it don't cost nothing. They put you upstairs in that sterile, everything downstairs is new and shiny. You go upstairs and that stuff is dilapidated. It's just disgusting. They had like a 1990 TV set in there, a big old giant old school TV, for people that have to be there 24/7. They don't take care of them at all. The employees that have to come down there for 8 hours, they have a brand new TV on the wall. They're watching soap operas on all day. They had to mandate them how to talk to people because they were being so rude and ugly to people. They had to force them to be polite to you because they were being so rude and ugly to people down there. That's the caliber of employees that they have down there. All the good employees leave out. They don't want to be involved with that mess. Not worth it. So I go down there. 6 years hence, I'm way worse off than I was when I went to the VA. Way worse off. And teeth falling out. They won't even look at your teeth. They won't even look at your teeth. One time, when you get into the homeless veterans program, they'll give you one dentist appointment. Because they make them. Not because, hey, you need some dental work to your teeth. Oh, well, we're not going to help you because, you know, this guy out of here is a veteran in here looking for help for his teeth. Who the hell does he think he is? We're all going to go back here and take a break. But I think probably the real issue is that they don't know what they're doing down there either. That's probably why they don't want to give you no dental work, because they know that whatever they do, they're going to mess you up even worse. They can't even do quality dental work. The people that they hire down there to the VA are not competent doctors. They're the worst of the bunch. Who would work at that hospital and be willing to do this to people? You know, it's just the people that can turn a cold shoulder and a blind eye and pass you down to the next person and say whatever they want to say, need to say to get you out of their face. You know, until you get frustrated or commit suicide, and then you're off the books. But all along that road, you know, they're billing for your. Oh yeah, look, we got this patient been here 10 times. Dead now because we didn't help him out, but we bill the government for that. Show meanwhile, the news media is silent. I mean, there's, you know, little blips and blurps here and there. You know, they talk about this stuff when it blows up, and somebody starts something and act like they'll do something a year later. Nothing's been changed. You know, nothing's happened. There's no accountability there, and they know it. You know, and that makes it just far worse down there because they just do run that thing how they want to, and that's basically, you know, you know, 3:30 around there, it's a ghost town down there at 3:30. At least wise on Friday. I expect that place to be open till 5 o'clock. You know, go down there, there ain't nobody hardly there at 3:30. You go down there at 6 o'clock, you can't wedge in through there sideways. Maybe that's what I need to do. Go down there. Go down there. Told her it's so hard for me to get down there. You know, I need home health care. Y'all aren't going to help me deal with this pain and help me get back on my feet again. Then I need help living because I can't live otherwise. You know, she can't even tell me what's wrong with me. She don't have a clue. She's not a doctor. She's not like a doctor. I don't. I don't know. It's so hard to make these videos because I mean it's just I'm like they're pointless. But you know, at least I can say I did my part. You can reach me at vasucks2015 at gmail.com, or simply to reply to this VA sucks on YouTube, and and uh, and help me help you, help me and help me help you. And if you're not a veteran, or if you're active duty, uh, which is the one voice that they do seem to listen to, uh, Because your active duty brothers are going through it too. Walter Reed is active duty people. You know, how many different hospitals have to be embroiled in a scandal? How many examples do we need that this VA administration is incapable of managing veterans health care? Why waste all this money to run a VA that's going to send you to a state agency or a county health hospital? Why not just go to the state or the county to begin with, you know, or give these veterans a health care card like Medicaid, Medicare, whatever. Let them go find their own doctors and use and just have the VA pay for those doctors and not have to pay for maintaining all these buildings that they can't maintain. And everything that I see at the VA is broken. They spend all this money to put in a gated entry down there. They put 2 gates down there. Because employees were parking in the patient parking lot. The patients couldn't park down there, couldn't find parking down there because it was full of VA employees. So they put gates down there, but only one, you know, of the two entry point, of the 2 in and out entry points, one of them is never working. On the other one, only the in gate is shut. The out gate is open all the time. I've been down there, so why even have it that there? Why make me take a ticket to get validated if I ain't gonna need to get it validated to get out? It's always broken down there. Now they put sentry boxes down there to put staff in there. Ain't no staff in them yet. They said they'd pay for that equipment, but they built a heliport there at the VA hospital. They have a heliport. I don't see many life flight helicopters landing at the VA hospital. I don't see many trauma patients being medevac to the VA there, but they got a heliport. Disgusting. It's disgusting. But you know, like I said, these are my personal views. I'm linking to all the other VA abuse people that I can find out there and trying to pull them into this YouTube account so that it's all easy and compiled there in one place, so you don't have to just take my word for it. I could just go on with these stories, you know, for hours. But you know, the latest one was I went down there Friday. I've been waiting for almost 90 days for that appointment. Now she's making me a referral, but to see some other guy, how long is that going to take? And why is it taking 90 days to get her to make that referral? If I don't have any serious underlying medical condition, why is she making a referral? If she can just look at me and say, well, you don't need pain medication, there's nothing wrong with you, why send me to see an orthopedic doctor? And why didn't you do that back in 2014 when I told you that my back was hurting? You sent me to pain management guy that looks at an MRI of my neck, says I got arthritis. I know that. Finally I get an MRI of my back here, and there's something wrong with my disc at T10, and they don't even acknowledge that until I bring it the letter to her face and say, what does that mean right there? It's disc fragment at T10. What does that mean? Bulging disc, she says. Bulging disc is a disc fragment. Bulging disc is a bulging disc. I think a disc fragment is probably going to be a ruptured something because it would be fragmented. If it was bulging, it would be bulging. It wouldn't be fragmented. It wouldn't be whatever. I'm not a doctor. You know, I'm not an idiot either. which I can't say the same for all the doctors that are up there, because some of those doctors are idiots. Some of them are just corrupt and evil. No compassion. There's no God in their heart. No compassion for mankind. They're just up there to get paid, which will be a topic for another video. Thank you.